They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you bag it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy.
Hello there.
Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm your host, Jeff.
And of course, Jeff.
So, Jeff,
Yes, sir.
would you like to do us the honors?
So we have the two creators of Zoe.
The creators.
The creators here today.
Sugar Spice, everything nice?
Everything nice, you
Oh,
know?
man.
Yeah. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Tom.
Tom is always
Welcome, Tom.
Tom is
What
always
did he say?
That's the wrong
That's the
button.
wrong
You're
button.
already fucking it up.
You'll get one fuck up per show.
See, I did it for you. You know, so
Yeah.
everything's fair game now.
Yep, there you go. And would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Michelle.
Hi. Well, you ready? Yeah. All right. So,
That's where the magic happens.
yeah. So I met Tom, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago now?
Three.
It's been 3
3
years.
years?
Yeah.
3 years.
So I met Tom 3 years ago, and I kind of told him about this idea that I was starting, and I don't know if he believed me, but he said I asked him for his permission to.
He said, make sure you bring
I
that
just
all
said in the
quell.
driveway. It's been years in the making, didn't I?
Yeah.
When we pulled in.
Years in the making, and then when I finally met his wife, Michelle, for the first time, I already liked her. She was exactly
That's right.
yeah. They're like their
That's right. No, I got
personalities.
good energy from you
Yeah,
guys,
their
so.
personalities match, and I kind of said, if I put you on camera and we have a conversation, would you be okay with that? And he said, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
for
I thought he was coming, but he decided to invite her. The more
Nice.
the merrier. So
Yeah,
that's awesome.
absolutely.
Thank you guys for gracing us with your presence.
Appreciate
So,
you guys stopping by.
um,
Absolutely. So, tell us about yourself. How did you end up in Florida?
No, first, what have you been up to?
Oh, yeah,
It's
absolutely.
been 3 years.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see you like once every millennia.
Oh,
I have
really?
gray beards. See?
Well, I'm big time now.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
Really?
big time at Frito-Lay.
You're gonna tell him who helped you get there?
I'm gonna say Jeff.
Oh, word.
Yeah, he had a conversation with
We
me.
had a conversation one day. He told me to go for it.
Yeah, I said if it's to
Benefit your family.
benefit and do
And
better
you
for your
deserve
family,
it.
take it. See,
So
I might be 31, but I have a brain of a 40-year-old, so we're on the same level.
yeah,
Mentally.
I work Monday through Friday now,
Nice.
but roughly 21 hours a day, even though it's Monday through Friday. Phone never stops.
That's crazy.
I'm here for the people though, so I have to. Money never sleeps.
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
facts.
You're
That's
right.
Facts, yeah.
So there's that, and all the kids at home. Really, that's all. I mean, I haven't done anything differently. Just snacks, just chips
Yeah.
every day.
All right, but you got more responsibility now.
Yeah, a lot more.
So you're taking care of adult
Correct.
children.
Yes, all day babysitting.
I bet. All right, sir. Now you may
Okay. Alright.
ask your question.
So, how did we end up in Florida? Tell us about yourselves. What brought you down here? And
Zoe gave us a different rundown, but
yeah. You know, there's
Let's see how accurate this is then.
yeah.
there's
Go ahead, Michelle. You tell
her
your story
truth,
first.
your truth, and the truth.
Yeah, so let's not talk about the
And we're
bucket
not
showers though.
talking about Carl, the truth either.
Let's not.
Because the way she described everything is like you guys are, especially with Girl Scouts, y'all sending her on survival trips. You know what I'm saying?
The end of the world apocalypse.
Bucket showers.
Bucket
I'm hearing
shower.
bucket showers.
That was.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Please
oh
tell me you
my
guys knew about that.
goodness.
We don't even have power at home.
What did he say?
I said I shit in a bucket.
Oh,
I'm going to
shit.
leave this off.
Yeah, go ahead,
Let's
go
hear you.
ahead.
Oh my God, we lost my phone.
I want to know what Zoe said first.
Oh.
No.
No?
At the
You
end.
want our
At the
story
end. Oh,
first?
yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
because she gave us her version of it.
Now, let me hear your version. Should be good.
Oh,
No.
this is just like Pastor Curry. She's like, I want you to speak
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
He told his wife, I want you to speak first before I
'Cause I-
speak.
'cause I
because
asked.
my truth might be different from
Right.
yours.
So, we wanted to get out of Monroe County, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Why? What was wrong with it?
What-
Too many
what's up
deers?
with that?
It's a dead end with no reverse.
Actually, it's deer, no S.
Is that where the deer crossing sign lady is
Yes.
from?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, amazing.
So that's why you guys left.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And you came to the worst state ever.
Well, I mean,
Well, hey,
Florida
it's been
man and Florida
It's
woman.
been pretty good through the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
We got married in Disney World.
Oh, okay. Cool beans.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
So it was such beautiful weather
Mhm.
and went
February.
in February. Yeah,
Well, that's
in February.
that's when you guys were visiting, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but growing up, we always vacationed here.
Okay.
Oh word.
Not necessarily where we are living, but
Mhm.
just other parts of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So we talked about going to Manhattan, where there's
Where?
Manhattan.
Wow.
In New York City?
New York
Oh hell
City.
no.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
That's
Oh, it's nice,
He
but-
wanted to work
I
there
wanted to work
because
there.
there's so much going on, and I wanted to raise a family there because there's so much to do. There's museums and theater and
Right.
so many opportunities.
Yeah.
So it was either we knew we were leaving Monroe County, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and it was a matter of do we go to New York City or do we go to Florida? And then if we went to Florida, where would we
Where
go?
would you go?
Ah, okay.
Right.
So our target area was somewhere between Tampa and Orlando because
So you like the city because you lived outside the country?
Oh, okay.
yeah, we're
Ah.
from the woods. We're
Gotcha.
Oh, so
from
you
the
weren't trying.
mountains.
Right. I
Yeah,
feel
okay.
it. I feel
Yeah,
it.
so we wanted to live where there was a lot to do.
Okay, I
and
got you.
a lot of culture and a lot of people. So
And public transport.
this is yeah. Well,
Bro, for real. For real.
Well, you had to do gas before you go home, or you would get stuck out there.
That's facts. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
but this is where we ended up.
Okay.
In Southwest Florida. We didn't
Southwest
end up
Florida.
where we were aiming to end up. We came here.
What made you guys choose here? Was it because Manhattan was too expensive, or what was what happened?
This is where he got a job.
That's where I got a job.
Oh.
I got a job with Snyder's.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me about
By
that.
the time it took me to move down here, the guy came back. I didn't have a job, so he stuck me in the warehouse.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I never worked a day of my life in the warehouse. $12 an hour.
And this was back in what, 05?
2005,
2005.
2005, 2006.
So I worked my way up
Again.
again.
Yeah. We had to
Warehouse
start
manager,
all
yeah.
over.
What were you doing before then?
Nabisco.
Nabisco. Oh.
Nabisco.
This was before our time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had like commercials. And
We're a
Oh,
twinkle
yeah.
in our daddy's eye. So how long have you guys known each other? Because you said you guys
Oh.
were vacationing here before.
Oh.
94.
Yeah, we met in like 90.
1994.
Okay.
Yeah, she was.
She made you break your neck, didn't you?
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay.
I didn't know what you meant at first. I was injured. I didn't know. I'm looking at all the dolls here. I'm amazing.
That's why this is the comfort zone. That's why we created it.
No, we met in 94, right?
Mhm.
It was 94?
I
He's
would
like, I got
say-
confirmed first.
I would
I
say
got confirmed.
94. I was
I
still
was-
a senior in high school.
Yeah, so 94. Had to be.
Oh, cool beans.
'Cause
So
I was-
you guys
I
are
was- yeah,
literally high school sweethearts.
No.
Well, two different high schools.
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
was a
Yeah.
petroleum transfer technician. That was my career at the time.
Oh, word. Okay.
And she would come in to get gas all the time, and I'd pump it for her.
Yeah, his gas station was like right next to
Clean
my high
version,
school.
guys.
Yeah.
What did he say? We're talking about the clean version, not that type of pumping gas, guys.
No. That's what I pumped gas. I was a petroleum transfer technician.
Yeah. I
That's the
bet.
fancy name for the resume.
Mmm.
So anyway, she came in
Uh-huh.
and just what exactly happened? You were banging somebody, right?
No, I
Or was
was
that,
not.
that was before time. That was before crack, right?
What?
I got my dates mixed up.
That was before crack, Jeff.
The timeout. 94.
See, you should let her tell the story, Tom.
I was, but just, go ahead, tell this rest.
She's laughing right now. Give her a second.
Anyway, I'm not taking this. I'll tell the story.
His timeline is like. Okay.
He's like banging somebody before crack.
No. Okay.
I see no humor in this.
What?
Listen to me. You go ahead. Let me hear your story.
Okay. So I had this friend. Her name was Kristen.
Jugs.
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 Oh, Jugs. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Aquil.
She was
Aquel, baby. Yes,
Is it
baby.
Aquil? Maybe?
You know, maybe it's fancy. Maybe they like to be fancy.
It's from Save-A-Lot. I don't.
Where's the Save-A-Lot?
Wow,
even?
that's awful. Christ.
That's nuts. All right, so Jugs. So
Ooh,
you
Jugs,
met,
yeah.
You met
Stop
her
it.
through Jugs.
So we would go to get gas after school every day, and
crying.
her parents worked like an hour and a half away, and
Oh, wow.
so we would take our cars after school. Then they would come home from work, and we would take her parents' cars to get gas, like so that we would just be at the gas station all night
okay,
long.
so you planned it. I feel it. I
Yeah,
feel
to
it.
hang out
Okay.
with Tom and all his buddies. And
So you guys took the initiative. He was just there.
I was the last option.
Oh,
What did he say?
Oh no.
Just listen. I just tell the truth. I'm sorry people don't like it.
He's
Hey.
brutally honest.
Hey, I respect it. I respect it.
She's like, why are you revealing all this now after 20 years?
And now.
Mhm.
no. So, Lord help me.
Lord, hear my prayer.
Let us pray.
Captain A.
Tom was
Golden child.
engaged.
Did you see that?
Ooh.
Tom was engaged.
How was
I
it?
don't know the timeline of that, but I know
Oh, he's going to tell us.
that while he was engaged, I was dating one of
Crack.
his friends that I met at the gas station.
Oh, that's how you remember him by. Crack.
Oh crap.
But that's a name that he was.
Crack
that-
was my best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like from
Okay.
7th grade up, yeah.
Okay.
And
Nothing to do with drugs at all. Nothing. Just
it's like
crack.
some stupid
was just-
saying
yeah.
they had. That's how
Why? Is it?
Did you have a cool nickname? I've heard Jugs.
No.
I've heard Crack.
Oh, there's a lot of names, but
Oh,
I didn't
man.
have one though.
No.
Oh.
Ew. All right, let's give him a nickname now. Go ahead, give him a nickname.
Well, no, let her finish the story.
Yeah, go ahead.
go
So
ahead.
okay.
Sorry for interrupting.
Let's move this along here.
Yeah,
What's the
So
hurry?
things
All
didn't work out for me and Crack. That was like Monroe County is a dead end and with no reverse. That
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
was the same.
Mm.
And things were not working out with him and
His.
his person.
Mm-hmm.
And we were always together. We were always together. Even when we were with our significant others, we were always together. Always going
okay.
to carnivals. We would go out to dinner as a group of 4 or
Mm-hmm.
just the 2 of us alone. Like we were always together.
Gotcha. So you guys
And-
got to know each other that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. And then over time, we just realized that we should be together.
Okay.
And
How did you break it to you?
how did he break it to me? Or
How did you break it to her? How did you break it to him?
Well, I just packed my shit and left one day.
Oh, you
Oh.
just did. Oh,
I was
wow.
gone, yeah.
Okay, word.
There was no social
Hey,
media,
I
so
feel
he
it.
can ghost.
Yeah, that's facts. That was real ghost.
Yeah.
X-Files, baby.
They had an APB out for my bro.
Careful, he's right behind you.
You're,
Oh.
Yeah, he's.
so I don't know, after like 2 years of still trying to date other people,
Uh-huh.
we just realized that
This is the one.
we were meant to be together.
Okay. And you guys work well, very well. Like I said, I met you for the first time 9 months ago, and I'm exaggerating, but and we clicked like that. So I'm like, okay, I see why you ground him and
Yeah.
he grounds you. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I feel it.
I'm glad.
That's a good statement.
I
That's
think
true.
I do more of the grounding.
Yeah, I think
but-
so, because he kind of flies off the wagon, and I don't help him with that too.
I feel it.
Go ahead. What?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, so it's my version of the story.
100%. I agree. I
Okay.
agree.
There we go.
Yep. That's it.
Fellas.
And is that what Zoe?
100%.
Is that what Zoe said?
Oh,
Oh no, wait. Zoe said how we got to Florida.
Yeah,
Told
she
us
didn't know
how-
those details.
Okay, shit. But they should know those details. It's not a secret. We talk about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if she remembered to tell me.
Surprise, Zoe.
No, we are very open with our kids, and we talk to them about how they could know somebody. You know, even our 10-year-old, she's 11 now. She might know somebody now, and that could be the person she ends up with for life and doesn't know it now.
Yeah,
So
because
you
sometimes
don't
people
know.
go separate directions and then end up coming back together.
Yeah, it's like a movie.
Like,
Yeah.
You don't know how that's going to turn out, and
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I agree. That's probably spot on.
okay.
but we didn't get together like. We didn't determine that we were going to be a couple. I guess if you determine that.
Yeah.
We were 24.
I want to say it was 99 or 2000.
It would have to be 2000.
2000.
They thought they were gonna die, so
Yeah.
Oh, Y2K.
Y2K.
And it was like, okay, so we're just gonna do this. Like we know that we're meant to be together. We have been friends for years and years and years, and we just know this is gonna work out. And we just decided to get married. There
Okay,
was like
that's
there was
awesome.
like no
No, like-
dating.
Because
then
you
a
guys kind of
proposal?
were, you
Yeah,
guys kind of
no,
were dating
yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah, we had known each other since we were like 17, 18.
Mhm.
So there was no need to like date and get to know each other. It was like, okay, like if we're going to do this, we're just going to go all in. I'm an all in kind of person anyway. Like if I'm going to do something, just going to jump right in. I'm going to do it. And if it turns out to be awful, it turns out to be awful.
Right.
But at
I'm
least you
gonna
took that risk.
Go all in, yeah. So 6 months later, after we determined to go all in, we were married.
Okay, awesome. And
So, because you said Disney World, was
Yeah.
it just kind of you two, like shotgun kind of thing,
Yes.
or was it just like,
At the wedding?
yeah,
like if you were like to
Oh,
go to
no,
Vegas
no.
and
You want to talk?
You go ahead. You want to talk? Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I love the wedding details.
Go ahead.
I love that.
He's like,
I love
scapegoat.
that we just jumped right in,
That was the best wedding ever.
and we literally like. Okay, so I think the first time we kissed was May, and then July. Like we had never kissed.
wow,
wow, okay.
We were friends,
Yep.
like we.
wow.
And we did we went everywhere together, and so
And then we just started banging. It was nonstop.
But never kissed.
But
Not
never
till the
kissed.
wedding.
That's right. That's right. You got to save that one. Save that for marriage. That's what counts.
That was the night.
That's what counts.
Oh my
The
god.
kiss, your first kiss.
Oh my god.
that was like May.
May, yeah.
Yeah. And then by June
Zoe.
we had no. Zoe came later.
I'm asking, you know. We said nonstop, so you
All
know.
rip.
Oh my.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all right. Listen, I'm fine.
Yeah, you can take your shoes off
I'm
if you
gonna.
want. Yeah, go
I was
ahead.
going to leave by the front
Yeah,
door.
make yourself comfortable.
Yeah, get comfortable.
I'm comfortable. Very comfortable.
Go.
Let's go. Come on.
Oh, and then by like June or July, we were making calls.
Ooh.
And I said, you know, no, to
I know you're
determine
close.
where we were going to get married. And I was like, you know what? I just want to get married in Disney World.
Okay,
And
awesome.
and he's like, okay, like, what do you mean? I said, I want to get married in the castle.
Huh?
And then we called, and it was $25,000 just to have the castle.
Just to
So
have-
this is 22 years ago.
Yes, roughly.
It's probably you count for today. It's probably like
Right.
50 or 60.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
only have weddings then anyway. They only had weddings
Mm-hmm.
either before the park opened or after the park
Closed. Okay.
And it was and I was like, okay, so I don't do mornings, guys. Like, I am not a morning person.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, nighttime
She's only
was
easy on Sunday morning. It's like Lionel says.
Sir, drink your Aquel.
On a wheel.
You're never gonna let the water down, you know.
No, he's not.
No.
It's gonna be perfect.
Never.
Yeah, and we're just gonna get
We're gonna
comments.
see if we can order
Aquil.
some Aquil.
So we decided to get married at Walt Disney World,
Okay.
but not in the Magic Kingdom. And we got married at the Wedding Pavilion, right outside of Magic Kingdom.
That was cheaper.
But was the castle in the view, kind of?
It sure was.
Yes.
Okay,
It's designed for the castle to be in the
to be
view.
in the
Oh,
view.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
It's
So-
an actual wedding pavilion
Yeah, when
Oh,
you get
word.
a chance,
at
look
the Grand
it up.
Floridian.
Look it up
Okay.
online.
Yeah, yeah.
There's right behind the altar. There is a window. In that window, the center of the window is the castle.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
it's
awesome.
designed for
That's
that.
dope. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, we just,
You don't have to do a thing either.
huh?
They do everything for you.
Everything.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
you everything.
Shit, and we lived in Pennsylvania. We didn't do a thing.
I sent pictures, you know, via email, whatever email was worth at that time, and phone calls, and we did everything over the phone. And we got there, and actually we went for a weekend to meet with the
In
wedding
October,
planner.
yeah. I remember
Okay.
that.
We did go. We
Because
did
that was
go
my
meet.
first time back to Disney since like '86.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
it was
Yeah.
like 15 years, and all these new rides are there.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And that's the only time we went for a weekend. We only met for a couple hours.
Right. It was.
We even had a Rolls Royce as our car.
Wow. Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
And that was all included.
And we could have had the fucking pumpkin buggy.
Oh wow.
Cinderella thing.
The Cinderella buggy.
Yeah, with
Oh.
the horse.
How
That's
much was
cool
that?
as hell.
$25,000.
I don't know. It might
I
have been the
don't
same as a
know.
Rolls
I-
Royce. It's a
we-
little gay though. You know, I don't know. Driving around a buggy.
Bro, come out, swole dude. The pumpkin.
Or
Oh,
unless
some dude brought the key out, right? The Grand Mariner. Or
Major
something.
Domo from Cinderella brought our rings
Rings.
out
Oh, cool beans.
down the aisle
Oh.
in a glass slipper.
Oh, that's fire.
That was.
That's fire.
I think
That's what you gotta love about Disney. You can
Like
do
they'll do the
But-
most, yeah.
that was an add-on. I think that was $550.
and they didn't tell you
No.
till after the wedding.
No, they were very upfront. It was worth every dime. The food was unbelievable.
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
like it. Yeah.
Well, we had
Yeah.
what? Like, was it 30 people or 18?
No, there was 22 or 23 people.
Of your closest
Yes.
people that you know.
And that included the wedding party.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was a very small.
All right, hopefully the exes weren't there.
No.
Mine called him and said, you know, it's okay to invite me to your wedding.
Bruh, I don't want to start a fight and you get drunk and we're talking about this and that.
Oh no.
Yeah. Right.
Oh no.
You trying to do Ayo what the fuck?
But
Okay.
we were there 10, 11 days, right?
Mhm.
It could have
Oh,
been
wow,
the best
okay.
trip. It was like the honeymoon at one.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like we went on every ride nonstop. There was no lines anywhere.
Before, yeah, and
Oh,
that was
'cause-
during season 2.
So like once
Yeah.
you do that, it's kind of like you're booking the park for.
No. It was,
No?
There's just
it was,
nobody.
It was a different time.
Oh right.
Yeah, because
I
it's
got
not as
you.
crowded as
And
it,
it was
as
like
it is
70
now.
degrees
Yeah.
every day. We
Yeah.
went to Universal. There was nobody there.
Wow,
It was.
that was probably before they had all those
It's
extra
like a
rides and
giant
stuff like
shit
that.
show
Yeah.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It
Hell
was
yeah.
before President's Day weekend, so
Mm.
most people weren't vacationing then. They
Barbecue.
were vacationing starting President's weekend,
Oh, okay.
not before. So it was
Everything just lined
really
up.
yeah, everything was perfect. The weather was perfect. The crowds weren't too overwhelming. The lines for the rides weren't bad.
It was a great trip to do everything.
Mhm.
We got everything in, I think.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Like repeatedly. I won the Jack Sparrow ride, I think, like 3 or 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
He really loves Jack Sparrow. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay. So
So that was off topic.
No, that's not off topic. It
Hey.
actually included how you guys got down here and got together and all that stuff like that. So when did Zoe come along?
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna embarrass her. Sorry, Zoe.
Zoe came along. Yeah, that's when her birthday
Is this mic on? Or is that just me?
It's me,
Oh, okay, it's on.
the D-O-double-G.
All right. Go ahead.
Snoop Dogg.
Zoe was born in February.
Okay.
How
Don't say
many-
14th.
No, 25th actually.
Okay.
Oh, word.
So 2 years later?
She was born in 2000.
3. So 2 years after we got married.
So, yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. That's awesome.
That's good. You had like 2 years of just. you
Yeah.
know, You two together, kind of.
Well, I have Crohn's disease and I got really sick. So there was a year of,
Taking care of you.
yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I got you.
Otherwise, we would have had kids sooner,
Oh, that's cool.
like right away.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how we got here. don't know what. So what was her story? How we got here?
No, it was like short and sweet. What I wanted to get into was the upbringing, her upbringing.
Yeah,
at that
because
point.
she's very
Yeah,
intellectual.
She's
and
very intellectual. She's very sociable
for her age too.
For her age, she knows a lot. She's done a lot. She's done more than I have.
She's seen the world.
You know what I'm saying? She's seen the world.
She knows what bucket showers are.
Bucket showers. Man, especially those Girl Scouts field trips she described to us. They sound like survival adventures.
Talking about we were looking out for poachers at what age?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, we were.
Oh
out
no,
there
we had
looking-
cops and officers.
looking
And I'm
for
like, okay.
poachers. We're taking bucket showers, shitting in freaking wooden urinals in the forest and shit. I'm like, damn.
Did she tell you how she walked from Costa Rica to Panama over the border without her passport?
No, she didn't tell us that.
And had to.
No, I think she did. She said if you didn't have it, then you would have gotten stuck there, and that's when they were talking about the cruise. No, that was
No, that was.
No, she didn't tell us.
She
Yeah.
didn't.
She didn't tell
Wow.
us.
I think the whole group of them that did. I think their bags were on their bus,
Mm-hmm.
and they all walked across the border, and they didn't have their passports, and they had to come back and get them. She said it wasn't even a big deal.
Oh,
wow.
okay.
They just walked back over. Maybe they saw a bunch of like
Caucasians.
Caucasian teens.
Let the white
Like,
people
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. Let the white man in. Come on. You're good.
They're good.
We're good.
They speak English. We good.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
The stories of that trip were something else, but
Did you guys take her out of Girl Scouts after you found out about all this shit?
oh no.
Yeah.
We need her to be ready for the apocalypse, guys.
Like, now, was this something you guys like chaperoned with her, or she
No.
was just kind of free to?
She went there first time by herself. Was she 15? Right?
you probably got this with
Oh,
your chill.
Jesus Christ, man. Hold on. I don't want to rut the dog.
There you go.
Is that better, people?
You're good there.
That's for all my fans out there. Anyway, she was 15, I believe, right?
She was 14.
14.
She had just turned 14.
Yeah, she went to Costa Rica.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
We couldn't even leave the front door.
Yeah, and she told us how she's like
Scuba diver instructor.
Scuba diver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's a captain, right? She's a boater's captain thing.
She's not a
Oh,
captain.
fucking Captain Jack Sparrow.
No, she's not a captain.
She can fly planes.
She can fly.
She cannot fly a plane. Oh
Wow.
Oh my God, she
no.
flew a plane by herself. I was there. I was on the ground.
Listen,
All right, we're seeing two realities.
She's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Dad, I cannot fly a plane."
What, go ahead, tell the story.
Here's the thing, guys.
His truth, your truth, and the truth.
Pretty much everything Zoe has ever done, I signed her up for
Correct.
and took her to.
He's like, "I just exist. I gave you a child. That's it."
That's it.
We talked about everything together, so he agreed to what we were doing, and of course Zoe agreed to it, or else
Are
I
you
wouldn't
saying
have.
she didn't fly the plane?
She rode in a plane.
But she had the joystick.
She absolutely did have.
Was it like a co-pilot situation?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so
she flew the plane.
well, I mean,
Technically, yeah, you're the
Yeah.
co-pilot. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
If the pilot goes to sleep, what are you now?
you died. That's what you are. You're dead. That's basically
What
what,
are you
it
now?
is.
You know.
What are you talking about?
Maverick. But back to Costa Rica, though. So go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Costa Rica? Oh,
If the chair's too high, you can push it down.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
should like seeing the erect position.
Push it down.
It's
oh,
okay.
oh, push it up.
I am. Oh,
Oh,
there it goes.
there you go. Ooh,
Yeah. Who?
it's a jump scare.
There you go.
Oop, there it is. Okay. No, everything that child and all of our kids have ever done
Mhm.
was a situation where I heard about it
Mm,
and I talked to him about it and then was like, okay, what do you think? Should we do it? Or he's like, oh yeah, do it all. He's like me. So I find the opportunities and then I talk to him about the opportunities. And if he's a go, which he's always a go,
It's green light.
green light,
Green light.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Then I talk to the child that it pertains to. And that child is always like, okay.
Sure.
And sometimes I get the comment where they'll say, whatever you want me to do, I'll do. And it's not what I want them to do. Of course, I want them to do it because
But
I
do
want
you
them,
want them?
I want them to experience everything life has to offer.
And she's very social. I've noticed that. And she was homeschooled, right?
Yeah, she was homeschooled.
Yeah. So
Very
Well, that's an interesting
well-rounded.
fact about homeschool children.
they're
They
very
really are
socially
social.
awkward.
Yeah.
No, but they are
Well, no,
social.
because I know two that are
Mhm.
socially
That are
awkward.
yeah. I've had a couple friends who are like really closed off, but that goes to and that's where I commend you guys.
No.
Where it's like you guys did a really good job because she's really well rounded.
Some people bring their shit on themselves.
Yeah, like
Well,
for real.
And to talk about those that are a little socially awkward,
Yeah.
they would be.
Hey yo, what the fuck? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They would be socially awkward regardless of their situation, whether they were homeschooled or in a brick and mortar setting.
Gotcha. So that's basically their personality.
Is that
Okay.
They don't
stem
be.
from like neurodivergency? Or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
neurodivergency is.
Priests.
That's not what we're talking about here.
What?
Oh my god.
Well, hold on.
He is taking a whole other thing.
I think that's why he I think that's why Zoe knows how to use a Swiss Army knife, because he wanted to make sure she can protect
Yeah,
herself
that's
from
facts.
the world.
That's facts.
But that's what's like I said, I respect you guys for doing that, because like I said, she's a very social person and she's very
Yes.
well
Troy gets that from me. Right? Everything else from you.
yeah.
She gets her smart assery from him.
Okay.
Smart assery.
She can dish it out.
Yeah, she
can.
She
She
can
can.
dish it out. Yes, she can. Absolutely. So, like, were there, like, in terms of becoming like a homeschool, like, what's the process of that, and how did that kind of
How did
come
that
about?
evolve?
Yeah, how did
Yeah.
that evolve?
Parent
Well-
pickup line.
Parent pickup line.
Because I did ask. I remember asking Tom. I'm like, how does she not? How is she? Because like I said, I've met a lot of socially awkward
Yeah.
people that have been homeschooled, and for her, she's very sociable. So I was asking him how was that? He would tell me that you guys took her on trips, like homeschool trips.
Yeah, so, well, we got started in homeschooling. It took us 4 years to actually jump in. I was doing all kinds of research on and off for 4 years, and it was Zoe's pre-K teacher who really helped us.
Get through the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, encourage us. She's like,
Oh.
you taught her how to hold a spoon, how to hold a cup, how to use the toilet, how to, change your clothes. And she's like, that's homeschooling. You are schooling your child to do everyday
Everything.
things. So she's like, you can school your child to do the academic things too. And I just needed someone to tell me that because I didn't look at it that way. I mean,
I gotcha.
the conversation was a lot more involved, but
Right.
then Zoe took piano lessons for 7 years. I don't know if she told you guys.
No, she plays the piano too.
She's
Jesus
pretty
Christ.
amazing.
Guitar too.
She's pretty amazing.
Oh my.
We're gonna have to invite her back to the show and
Hey.
scold her for
Oh.
being so discreet.
Maybe have her bring her guitar in.
Yeah, maybe play.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll
that'd
hop
be-
on the drums. I could throw some drums up. Yeah.
All right, Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
He's fucking
The
with you,
amount of
Jeff.
hours I spent on that. But go ahead.
Yeah, so we were at piano lessons and there was a mom there and her daughter was doing some work and I was like, oh, I got a homeschool vibe off of it. And the mom, so I questioned the mom and she just went on and on and on about all the things that her kids do as homeschoolers. And it was the pre-K teacher and that mom, who I don't even remember her name,
That convinced me.
that I just needed those two to give me that last little push. And we started homeschooling Zoe, 3rd grade. And
Wow, okay.
all of her siblings have been homeschooled from the beginning. Then.
Okay.
I think
nice.
Mia went to kindergarten, and that was it.
Just to kind of teach them that.
The
social
basics.
Well,
Kind of.
so when Zoe was in 2nd, Mia was in kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
But it was all like simultaneously. You're all being homeschooled.
oh yeah,
Okay,
all at one
okay.
time we jumped right in.
So what was the
Yeah.
toughest part in terms of like keeping up with curriculum and where she needed to be essentially.
Yeah, so I don't think any part of it was ever tough for me or for any of the kids. It's always been I don't worry about the Sunshine State standards.
Right.
I worry about my child or my children, our children progressing
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
and ensuring that we provide them a worldview. So worldview
Okay.
goes hand in hand with sending Zoe on a plane out of the country when she had never even been on a plane before
Gotcha.
or been out of the country to experience
Bless you.
culture shock. You know, going to Costa Rica, having, you know, again, never been on a plane or been out of the country and going there and
That wasn't nerve-wracking for you, knowing that you're taking your
no,
14-year-old daughter and
no,
as dangerous as this world is?
no.
Okay.
I don't worry about things like that because I am confident in our parenting.
Right.
Okay.
That's true.
There you go.
I am confident in the children that we have raised and know that they are going to make great decisions.
In your absence. Yeah, because
In
you
our absence,
instill
yeah.
those values, that understanding, that critical thinking, you know, like just to problem solve and stuff like that. And I think that's where most of that, especially with homeschooling, like that's what the main focus is, rather than, hey, memorize these, you know,
And then move on to the
and
next
then move
grade.
on to the next.
Yeah.
And then,
So Zoe was so smart. She's still so smart. But in first grade, when she was in that brick and mortar school, she started first grade on a second semester, second grade reader. So you
Oh,
know,
wow.
remember when you were in school, you'd have those books with the little stories in it, and at
Stories,
the end there
yeah.
was vocab and
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
So she was on a second grade, second semester.
so
Love
she
it.
was already ahead of.
She was already
Yeah.
at the end of
Blowing
second
kids out
grade
the
when she
water.
entered first grade. So there's, you know, Zoe and her little class of students with the same intellect level. And every Friday, this is what really made me start to dig deep into homeschooling, was that every Friday she would have, you know, the schools, the teachers seem to test on Fridays. So she would be given this packet and it would have, she would have maybe 5 to 10 vocab words for the week, and she would have to memorize that list of vocab words, how to spell them, and their definition. So she would get this packet with, you know, comprehension questions in it, short answer questions, fill in the blank, but that front page was the vocab page. And how old are you in first grade? 7?
About
8?
6, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6, 7.
Okay. She would have to, again, memorize these words. So she would have to get to this test, write down all the words that she remembered, spell them correctly, and then write the definition.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Then she would have to write, you know, do the short answer or fill in the blank, fill in the words that are missing. And it was all it was like comprehension questions. And then there were about 5 short answer. 3 might have been where you had to restate the question and then give a short
Brief
response
answer.
to that.
Yeah.
And then the last question or 2 was paragraphs. I was not into that for my child.
Yeah.
I mean, my child is very bright and could handle it, and so could the other children in that class. But I thought they were being stripped of their childhood. When you're 6 years old and doing that,
Paragraph, right.
Yeah.
I mean, and then her piano teacher, I was telling her piano teacher all the things that Zoe does in school one day, and she's like, she's doing what? She goes, that's not the norm. And then
No.
my niece was in school a few years later, but in Pennsylvania, and I saw what she was doing. So my niece is the same grade as Mia. So when I saw what she was doing in Pennsylvania as a first grader, and then what Mia was doing, Mia has a different intellect level. Mia's very good with her hands. So Zoe's good with the academics. Mia's good with like,
Tactile stuff.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
So when I saw what my niece was doing, I was like, okay, that is not what Zoe was doing in first grade is not normal. And even when Zoe went to second grade, she wasn't doing what she was doing in first grade. And so then I just knew it was time to
They're not
use
properly
the,
teaching them.
yeah.
Right.
There's no need to test a child like that.
Right.
A 6-year-old where you have to memorize this list of words and then write them down on a sheet of paper
Hmm.
It's
and,
such a
and spell them
conformative
correctly and
structure.
then write the definition. It just
It was almost redundant. in a way.
it just that's not what I wanted for our children. And
Mhm.
we talked about it, and he was like, "Oh no, sports first."
Oh yeah,
So-
she did play a sport, right? She
Bowling.
bowling.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, we were schooling
Oh
her
man.
because we went bowling. We all went.
It
Bowling.
was hilarious. She
Yeah.
like she was upset with me because like I
was-
don't professionally bowl.
And he
I
wasn't
just
trying.
walk up and just sling the ball. You know what I'm saying? And I got like strike after strike after strike. It wasn't like overt, but there was like a mini competition in between us where she's like, "There's no fucking way." She's like, technique, oiling
Oh,
the
yeah.
ball, and I was like, "Man, she's killing it."
And he just goes up and
But after that, she smoked me. After that, she was hitting 200 consistently. You know, but that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. But yeah, like that's okay. So now, after Zoe, when did you decide
you wanted to adopt.
you wanted to adopt?
You're telling this because I feel like you're just saying yeah, and then she just tells.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just listening.
Then we should have just invited her. He's like, I drove, so
Yeah, I drove.
and I heard there was free food, so that's why I'm
At
here.
Alquil.
And I'll quit.
What a choice. So we had Mia next.
Yeah, because I remember.
Then we moved here,
Yeah.
2005. Mia was born 2005. We moved here on Black Friday, 2005.
Okay.
Then we started fostering in 2006.
How is that? Because I know that Shemeka was here and she told us about being adopted. How is it being a foster parent? Like, how was that experience for you guys? And then,
Should I tell the truth?
Yeah.
yeah, don't
You
sugarcoat.
100,
Like I said,
yeah.
we don't judge.
100,
This is
yeah,
a free
this-
space. It's
this-
okay.
Yeah, just be
And
honest.
when you resonate your message with the entire world,
yeah, there's
that's
other
listening,
people that can understand the position
that you're in. Yeah.
The system sucks.
I believe that.
And foster parents are treated like the scum of the earth.
It's terrible. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
But we did it for 12 years
Yeah.
Wow.
because I think it was me that kept pushing it, but I really felt like we could make the change.
You
We
can
could make a
difference,
change.
right?
Yeah. And they don't appreciate shit. These kids.
No.
It's always their parents are right. Their parents can kill somebody, be in jail, but they're still perfect.
Wow.
So
Did you ever feel like, because as a foster parent, you're not essentially, because I learned this when we were with Shemeka and Trishan. Shemeka was adopted, right?
Shemeka was adopted.
And she kind of gave us her experience through the foster system.
Because there's not all foster parents are bad, but the ones that she was with burned her hand, of course, on the stove, and then tried to
Oh,
blame
wow.
her and
there
all that
was
stuff
a
like
lot
that.
of, like,
And we kind of got her perspective of that. Not saying that all foster parents are bad, which is why when we had that conversation about 2-3 years ago, and you told me that story of what happened to you guys, I wanted to see if you were comfortable enough to share what exactly happened, and it just sounded difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yeah, it was difficult. Yeah, we didn't do anything wrong. It was like they're talking about the Thomas incident.
Oh,
would you
Yeah.
guys like to start from the beginning?
oh my God.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You want to start? You want me to start?
Well, to rewind a little
yeah,
bit.
Yeah. Go
let's
back.
get
Go, yeah.
Yeah.
When we
How did you first get
when
into
we
it?
gave birth to Mia,
Uh-huh.
I remember my grandmother came to see
Mm-hmm.
Mia and said to me, "Oh, honey, your family's complete now." And I was like, "Oh no, Grammy, no, there's more." But I had my tubes tied, so there wasn't going to be any more birth children.
Gotcha.
We didn't even know if we could have children because of my surgeries with
Yeah.
having Crohn's disease, and so we entered our marriage knowing that there was a very good chance that we were going to grow our family through adoption. That was like was an open discussion right from the beginning.
Okay.
Right.
And growing up, I had a single parent. I was raised by my father, and when I was in high school, I want to say there was like a Dateline or 2020 kind of special about all the orphanages in Russia and how these children don't have homes, and most of them have clubbed feet or cleft palates, and it was just a matter of a surgery, just getting them to the States, getting them surgery and get in a loving home. And I remember my dad, sitting us down and asking us what we were willing to sacrifice for him to be able to adopt a child. And of course, my sister and I were like, oh yeah, more kids? Like, it's just the two of us. Of course, yeah, get another sister in here. Like, we wanted another sister or a brother. Like, we were just all for it. But they wouldn't let him, even though he was really high up in the corrections. Like, he works in corrections.
Yeah.
He was really high up and had references, and I don't even think he really had the money, but I'm sure.
Was it because it was a high risk job? So if he,
I think he wasn't approved because it was financial.
Gotcha.
Single father, no income coming in anywhere else,
Right.
and having two almost grown children. I
Gotcha.
think that was a thing. But anyway, ever since then, I just had this thing I want to adopt. And then, when my health went awry and knowing that it was going to be like that for life and getting married, I just wanted to be upfront and saying, hey, this might be reality. What are we going to do about it? And then we were very lucky to have two
Very
birth
lucky.
children.
Yeah, that's
And then we still wanted more. We wanted like our own baseball team, soccer
Like the
team.
Duggar family.
Yeah, well, maybe not.
No,
counting,
don't.
but
Stop. Yo, don't say that. It's taboo now.
we wanted a lot. We wanted several children. So we knew we had to adopt. And when I started looking into agencies, the one agency I contacted in Central America was $25,000. $5,000 went to the orphanage. $20,000 went to the lawyer. On top of that, we would have to pay either for one of us. Actually, no. We would have to pay for either somebody to come to this country, like a transporter, to bring the child to us. And when they were here, we would be at their basically their financial beck and call. Whatever they wanted, we would have to afford. Now, this is how it was explained to me. I didn't go into any further after I got this explanation because I was like, this is not for us. Or we could travel to the country to get the child and complete the paperwork there and then finalize the paperwork when we got here. But that would be maybe a 2-week trip.
Right.
And we were not in a position to be gone for 2 weeks away from our children. So we were at one of his friends' houses and up in Tampa, and we were talking about this process and how it was a desire of us to grow our family through adoption. And one of their friends that was also visiting that day said, why don't you look into adopting from the state? And I said, oh, I've already looked at adopting within Florida.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not what they meant. They meant like adopting from foster care.
Oh, okay.
When that Monday, not Monday, because Monday, it was actually Easter weekend. So then that Monday, nothing's closed, nothing's open, everything's closed because it's federal holiday, I guess. I don't know. But anyway. Jesus Day. So that Tuesday, I started making phone calls, and one phone call, I called all these different numbers until I got to the right agency, and they were having a Q&A, I think either that following day or the next Wednesday, but it was a Wednesday night, and we went to that to learn about fostering or fostering to adopt or just straight adoption. And they talked us into fostering and then adopting from foster care when those kids are unable to find permanency with their biological family or with non-relative caregivers.
Yeah. And that was easier for you to transition to adopting a child than trying to
do it on our own, and it's more affordable. There's no expenses, although Tom thinks we paid.
$1.33.
He remembers the
I know
specifics.
for a fact I paid $1.33.
He swears we paid $1.33, and I
like,
don't
"That's
know
too
where
much."
he got that idea
That's
from.
too much.
The
Imagine.
process to file the paperwork.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Okay, whatever. But no,
That was too much.
Oh man. File that
I
on
pay
the
for it every
tax.
day, buddy.
You got it.
we ended up adopting out of birth order.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Our oldest is 24, and we didn't think that was going to be much of a problem. You know, a birth order is so important.
Mm-hmm.
If you
What
read
is
up
it?
on it,
Yeah.
you see like the first one is known to have certain traits. The second one is known to have certain traits, and it's hard when you bring a child into the family, just in general,
Right.
that's not born into the family. But then when you bring a child in that is older than the others,
Gotcha.
there's a whole relearning of placement.
Right.
Who does what? Who's supposed to do what?
Because I was the oldest,
Or-
and now I'm
now
the
I'm not.
youngest.
Yeah. So, I didn't think it was going to be much of a problem because she was 5 years older. So when she was done experiencing all her firsts, like first to drive in the house, first to go, on a date in the house, she would be grown and on her own before Zoe would get to those things. So, I didn't think it was a problem, and she fit in, so we went for it, and there's been ups and downs,
Right.
and Kaya knows it, but she's doing her best, and she's trying her best,
And that's all you can hope for, right?
Yeah.
Do your best.
Is that why you lost all your hair?
Oh man.
I'm not saying anything.
Kaya was not her name when we got her.
Okay.
At the age of 11, but when we were in the process of going through the adoption, she was going through counseling so that there was another set of eyes on the case.
Gotcha.
Because there's still a
Gotcha,
case.
yeah.
There's still a case plan. So the counselor would come to the house just to make sure she didn't have any concerns with her placement,
Right.
and this is what she wanted. And in one of the sessions, she told the counselor that she wanted a 3-letter name like Zoe and Mia.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
So
awesome.
we talked about it, and she
got it.
got it.
That's
All right,
awesome.
that's what's up.
What's up.
Look at
That's
you.
what's up.
All silent and stuff.
Yeah, that's Tom.
I'm trying to figure you out.
Tom likes to crack all the jokes. We were talking about serious stuff.
No, it's okay. You can crack jokes. We have serious moments and
I'm
joking
just
moments.
listening.
Oh man.
It's like story time.
Yeah. Would you like to discuss what the situation was?
With what? Which situation? Oh, the one before.
Yeah. With what happened with
Oh,
that.
yeah. Well, this kid was huge, man. He was like 80 pounds. He was like 6 years old.
No, he was 45 pounds and
Damn, he added
and
40
2
more
years
pounds.
old.
He was not 40 pounds.
He
He
said
was 45
next time he
pounds
say
and
he
2
was
years
35 years
Okay.
old.
Okay, same difference. 45 pounds.
Difference.
No, listen, I said 80 and 6. She said he's 45 and 2.
Yeah, he had
Same
just
difference.
turned 2,
That's big 2-year-old.
and he was 45 pounds.
Right?
He was a big,
I'm not
big
exaggerating.
boy.
He's fucking huge.
I couldn't lift him, and
And I'm exaggerating, right? No.
Oh.
I couldn't lift him, and he was still in diapers. He was in a size 5 diaper, and I barely fit him. Like,
He's
it
in
was
old
on
lady
the
pants. Depends.
yeah.
Anyway, so I go to daycare one day, and the fucking police are there. You can go inside, sir. I'm like, yeah, what's up, buddy? I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea.
Gotcha.
He goes, yeah, there's been a report that there's bruises on his legs. I'm like, oh.
Oh.
So they're in the same exact spot, though, right above the knee. The thigh. Is that the thigh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it because of the
thighs.
diaper?
No, because we had this
No.
jungle gym in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like this half of octagon thing.
Mm,
And
gotcha.
he was so heavy, he would slide down, and there was a triangle, and his legs would hit in the same spot.
Oh, every
But I
single
guess they thought he was
time.
getting punched.
Whoa.
Exactly in the same spot on both sides.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I just said, man, the kid's too huge. You can't keep his balance. So they come to the house, investigate,
Get a
come
hold.
like 4 at a time, 3 police cars outside.
Pull each of our children
Yeah.
aside one at a time in a very specific order and question them, and no one could talk to the other person while the kids were being questioned.
Terrible.
We only had our license for maybe 4 weeks when this happened. We're brand new to fostering, and we didn't, in fostering, in your training, they don't even talk about what could happen.
Yeah, the challenge that
They don't
shit
talk
that could
about,
happen.
hey, you could be investigated, the police could show up at your door.
In numbers.
You could get a child that is a very active 2-year-old, but is, what would that be, like 25 pounds overweight? The child was huge. So yeah, in our foyer, we had this, like he said, like a dome climbing thing that the kids would climb on, and he would climb and fall constantly. So,
Yeah. And it's-
and it's, the triangular
Yeah.
He would
that
get
make the dome.
yeah.
lit, he just get lodged there.
So now is
No one ever thought a big deal. He never,
Right.
there was no big deal. He was fine. He was just playing.
Yeah. But it was the bruises that
At the daycare.
became a
Yeah.
concern. Okay.
Yeah.
So the daycare called it in and reported it. They're just trying to save themselves.
Oh, now they want to save the child, but
Yeah.
when they need to save the kids the most is when they don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Because I know that you guys said the foster system sucks,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
awful.
especially
There's
when
just
It's
a number one.
awful.
There's an example.
yeah.
Then if you have a problem, they don't take your kids back. Unless you literally just drive them there and leave them.
so
Right.
before you adopted, how many kids did you look after through foster care?
We went over 100.
And was
Yeah.
that easy or hard for you guys?
Oh, it was terrible.
And this was like multiples at once, or just
Well,
individual?
one time there was like 10, right?
The most we had was
Counting our own.
9 or 10, including our own. So we had our 5. We have 5 girls. So we had our 5 girls, and then we had another like 4 on top
Yeah.
of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like expenses, I'm guessing came from the state, like funding came.
Right, but you don't get any compensation until around right now, the 15th of the month following the month that just happened. So if you get a child from,
On the
the
16th.
last week or two, you don't get you would get that funds, but that's only maybe a quarter of the monthly payment or maybe half of the monthly payment.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you're going out buying the child everything they need because they come with absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't even do it in the Joe Biden world.
Wow.
It'd be impossible. I mean,
No, that's facts. That's facts.
And they give you if the child is brand new to foster care
Uh-huh.
and coming from their home, you might get a $50 check to go out and buy them all the things that they need.
How
You might get
a $50 check
check.
can't buy you nothing.
you can get.
It
a
buys
pair-
one
You
sneaker.
can't even get a matching
Yeah.
sneaker.
Yeah.
You just get one.
You get-
It's like unique and unique.
just give them a onesie because a pair of pants is like $20 and a shirt is like 15,
Right.
20.
But if you
So-
have a child that is into, like adult size shoes,
Yeah.
That's it. That's mostly your $50 plus more.
Do you have like spend a lot of time at like Goodwill and
No,
stuff?
no, all of our foster children were treated exactly like our own children.
Wow.
They all wore the same name brand clothes, same name brand sneakers. They all wore Nike sneakers or whatever they asked for. They all went to the salon in Cape Coral that's like the premier salon to get their hair done. I mean, no one was treated any less.
Any less. I
They
got
might
you.
have been, don't take this the wrong way, but they might have been disciplined a little differently. Every child has been disciplined differently because every child responds differently.
With personalities, yeah.
Every single child, even our own child. And we had a child that reported that she wasn't treated the same, and we were investigated for that.
Oh, Jesus.
And and so when we were investigated, we were spoken to separately. So my response was, because it was a very open question.
What did you say, Tom? What did you say?
I just told him the truth.
What did you say?
I just said,
They all have different needs.
yeah, it's like, I said that if whatever they did, they're gonna get punished appropriate for it. And there's no special treatment here. It's not special
Right.
needs.
Yeah.
It's like punishment fits the crime.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like case
It's
by
not-
case
It's
basis.
a
The same way
participation
you,
trophy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, same way you're on my neck, case by case basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I
And
discipline
then they
them.
constantly preach to you, treat them as if they're your own. But you can't.
Right, because this is how it treat. You know,
This is what
yeah,
happens.
yeah.
Because that's
Oh,
how you treat
wow.
your own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. And you guys did this for how many years?
12.
12.
Our-
12 long, painful years.
Our last little
It was the
guy,
worst 12
Now,
years
was
of
it
my life.
contractual? Like, is that, or is you just
Every
kind of
year-
renewed it?
Contractual.
every year,
This
every
one.
year, we have to go through a relicensing.
Yep.
And every year.
Is it because you were looking for one of them to
Oh,
adopt,
we
or
were
it's just-
done.
We were done. We had our 5 girls through birth and adoption.
Mhm.
For shits and giggles.
Oh, man.
She's like, I'm gonna stab you when I get in the
So
car.
what happens is you get
I do
one
separate.
you take in one child, and then I think I'm trying to think of like that whole timeline because we adopted Noah.
Yeah, we dropped Noah and Izzy they were like under a year old, right? In
Yeah.
that area.
But
So we're all they ever knew. So there was no issues.
Okay.
But when you're fostering, you'll have a child and then you have an open bed. And then they call you and say, hey, can you take this child? And then you take that child. And then the other child ends up being finding permanency. That's the goal, to find permanency,
Yeah, yeah.
whether it's with their biological family or a non-relative caregiver or adoption elsewhere, whatever that, or adoption in their foster home.
A forever home.
Whatever that permanency is, wherever that forever home is, that's the goal. So, it's always a rotation of children. You have one come in to fill the empty bed, and then another one leaves, and then they fill that bed with another child. So, in that process, we ended up getting a little boy who was just like, we had a room that was just for boys. So.
Okay.
So we had a boy come, then he left, then another one come, then we had 2, then just rotating in and out, and then we got this little boy that ended up with us for 4 years.
Wow.
So at that point,
Who was that?
that was Hayden.
Oh.
So at that point, we didn't
He wasn't that long.
we didn't renew our license the last year or 2. So even though we fostered for 12 years, I want to say the last, like that 11th or 12th year, we didn't have a license. We just went into non-relative caregiver status, which means we didn't get any funding from the state.
It was all you guys.
It was just all on us.
Okay.
Because we didn't want to go through that whole relicensing process. The state still comes in and checks on the child.
Okay.
It's the same
Same thing.
Just
thing.
without
It's
the
just
funds.
Without the funds.
Yeah.
I got you.
Take
So-
one for the team.
Oh my
man.
god.
And also, we knew that his permanency was coming, whether that was going to be staying in our home or moving. And we kept hearing that he was moving to be with his siblings. So we were like, well, we're not going to go through that whole relicensing process if he's only going to be here for another month or 2 or
Right.
24.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fact.
So with adopting the three girls,
Yeah.
Yes. the
you
oldest
guys
and two
you guys
youngest.
didn't want any boys at all?
No.
No.
No boys.
That's because you gotta understand, like that's a challenge, especially.
It's a challenge on both ends.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult raising a girl and it's difficult raising a boy.
I think a girl is easier. For
I would say
That's what I would say,
because
too.
as raising a boy, like you have a higher chance of like them being belligerent and challenging you,
Yes.
and then especially once they get to like an older age, when they hit puberty and stuff like that. And I know Tommy ain't dealing with that bullshit. I know
Because
Tommy
he'd be
dealing
fighting
with
them
that
every single day.
bullshit. Hell no.
I got enough problems at home now.
Uh-oh. It's like, you gonna tell them what's going on at home, Tom?
No.
You
No.
gonna say something?
No.
Just girls
You're gonna-
hitting
you're gonna say
puberty.
I thought she's talking about Noah. She's just like fucking crazy.
Oh.
11-year-old. Whew. Man.
She's the last one.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know why? She's hitting that stage. The rebellious stage.
Rebellious.
It's
Yeah.
gonna end at 14, 15. So
I know, I've been
I'm
there.
sorry.
Did Zoe ever have a rebellion
No.
on stage? Wow.
No, she's pretty even.
Even
Zoe's
keel?
been pretty even the whole time, like
Yeah.
all her years.
Mia's been just like her. Fuck. Same personality.
Are they? So they're like closer.
Oh, they're not closer. They probably clash more, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Wow,
it's like
okay.
fighting the sister you never had.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
I
So-
feel
They're
it.
both. What's the word?
Headstrong.
It's,
Very independent. Want to do what they want to do.
Okay.
I feel it.
But
Is that what correct?
she's
What
head
you say?
she's head of the household. That's why.
Yeah, I'm just there.
I pay the bills.
I pay the bills.
I'm just
Yes.
there for fun.
I pay the
Yes.
bills.
I bought the house, but
I don't do shit.
I eat the food. I pay the bills. Watch my sports.
No, we don't, I don't really. I don't do. We watched football last Sunday. That was like the. I don't sit there and. I don't do like stupid lazy shit. I mean, I may sit down on the couch and watch TV, but we always watch a show together.
Mhm.
You know, things like that. But I mean, I don't go out or do anything really.
No.
No, I go in a golf cart. That's like my
We
relaxation.
talk about that a lot, actually. How a lot of our friends' husbands will go out with their other guy friends,
Nah.
or they'll go out and buy things without talking to their wife about it. Like we are.
Yeah, we're rebels.
We are not that couple.
No,
like we
listen,
talk about everything.
I put my time in. That's what I tell everybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
I had my fun till we were married, pretty much. I was
Mhm.
fucking drunk all the time. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We go out. I mean, we both were.
You got it out your
was
system.
fun, Yeah.
yeah.
Now
That's
it's just like I don't know, just better things to do. I'd rather go out to eat with her
Hey, man.
You're enjoying. Yeah, that's
There
good.
you
Man.
go.
Look at that.
somewhere else.
Should put an applause button on
Yeah,
there.
that's your best friend right there.
Yeah.
That's the only person I need to hang out with. I feel
Yeah.
it.
Stop hitting the table.
Oh, what happened?
It's gonna pick up a.
Oh,
Well,
well.
drink your alcohol.
But yeah, I mean that's something we talk about a lot. How we'll hear our friends, like my girlfriends, will bitch about their husbands
Mhm.
going out and buying something that was useless, that he didn't need, or buying whatever that they didn't talk about, that it's not, there's no money in the budget.
Oh,
But yet the wives do the same things. They're always going out and they're spending $300 or $400 on getting their hair dyed.
double standard.
Why? Why do you? I don't know. I'm very money conscious. I'm very budget conscious. So
Well, 12 years of
I've-
that does that.
Yeah.
I don't know why people spend that kind of money on dyeing their hair. How do people even have that kind of money
Yeah, that's
to dye their hair every month, or
disposable.
for their husband and the wife to each have a brand new car and a car payment? Like how?
Probably
How?
leasing it or something. I don't know.
I hope
And then
that
they go
was-
on all these vacations,
It's
and
amazing.
They're
But
trying
they
to
don't
flex.
have money. It's
But
not in the
but
budget.
they-
They're trying to
Appar-
flex for
yeah.
the friends, you know.
I'm just happy to go to Fort Myers. It's a big night out for me.
we don't understand it.
I think it's that. That high school young adult mentality where I have to show off what I have,
Well,
even though nobody.
I think they just you guys find fulfillment in like
each
organic
other,
things.
yeah,
and
or
each other.
travel.
and stuff
Yeah,
like
you guys
that.
don't have
Right.
to travel like.
Because
hanging-
it's like
being
if
a
you're
family,
constantly spending money on things to make you happy, you're not finding there's something that you're not finding in your partner to feel that happiness.
Yeah,
And so
exactly.
you go out and spend money,
but then complain that you spend money.
that you spend money. So,
Right.
you know what I'm
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done anything stupid like that.
Yeah.
Really.
Mm-mm.
No,
That's
you,
what's
you,
up.
I think you ever bought anything either.
No.
saying? And you guys
If
like
it's not
she'll
if it's
call
not a
me,
necessity.
And
yeah.
she'll ask, like, I want to buy this shirt. I have to beg her to buy it for herself.
Yeah, I don't even shop. I don't even go
I'm like,
clothes.
just get it. Just get it.
She's selfless. That's
I
what
don't
it
go
is.
clothes shopping without him
Mhm.
because I mean I'm a grown adult. I can get what I want, but I'm not the breadwinner. I'm not the one bringing in the income.
Mhm.
We talk about money, but I don't want to go and spend all sorts of money when the money's supposed to be going somewhere else.
Mhm.
So I have my favorite brands. I have my favorite stores that I shop at, and I want him to come with me to make sure I'm not.
Yeah,
We
that's
spend our money on Black Friday
Yeah, we shop on
Ooh.
Black Friday.
there you go.
You actually still go out?
We do.
all night.
Well, it's not all night anymore since
Yeah.
the pandemic.
Thursday. Oh, I think they
No,
do.
they
Yeah,
didn't
it's on
have that this
Walmart's
year.
No,
not
they
open.
don't. Yeah, they're
Walmart and
not.
Target are not opening Thanksgiving this year again.
Oh,
confirmed.
really? Even though
I had
70%.
a managers meeting. That was my first question I asked.
But that's good for
Oh,
you
wow.
because you don't have to go and work that day too. So
No,
you
I
can
take
actually.
off
Oh, you can
You
take
can-
off.
Black Friday.
Yeah.
Must be nice being a district manager.
That is different, man. It comes with the perks, bro.
Yeah.
It comes with the perks.
But I'll be up till 9, 10 o'clock, and I mean messages I probably have right now. I mean,
Oh, they're probably blowing you up.
since 2:30 in the morning every day.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, I mean, the most we spend our money on, I would say, is things for the kids.
Groceries. Joe Biden.
Joe Brandon.
Joe, we call him Joe Brandon.
Joe,
Oh,
Mr.
Lord.
Brandon.
Mr.
Yeah,
Brandon.
but that's it. I mean, we don't spend anything really extra. Some for the house, paint, something like that.
That's
They
fine.
literally are the definition of an American family.
Yeah, bro, that's the dream,
Yeah.
man. That's the dream. That's where a lot of people are trying to get. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you that, especially in this day and age, like the dynamic you two have, that is a goal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Yeah, I should write a book.
Yeah, this you should.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
should.
I'm thinking about it.
Because
Yeah,
this
you should
is
write
like what I'm getting. Very healthy.
Very good
healthy.
vibes, yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good.
you
vibes,
guys
very
work.
healthy, and you.
And then you can see it in your children too.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's that communication
That's,
and it
that's all that matters. As
Right.
long as I've done something, or we've.
you've instilled your values into
Yes.
your children.
Right.
I
You
could
can rest
imagine a
easy.
bunch of fucktards.
Yeah. Oh man, bruh.
Basically, I almost have one.
Oh man.
But that's something we talked about before
The
we got
one we don't
married.
speak of.
He who shall not be named.
They're gonna listen to this and they're like, "Dad, who are you talking about?"
Shots fired.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people make the mistake of not talking about where they foresee their lives,
Right.
Gotcha.
their goals,
Mhm.
and that really destroys marriages
Mhm.
because they don't talk about how they want to budget money and how they want to maybe only do one vacation a year and make sure that vacation is everything.
Everything, Right.
If it's a $20,000 vacation and it's only a few days,
A few days,
that means that $20,000 is going into making it the best hotel and the best food and the best activities. I mean, whatever. It's just, I think people just don't talk about where they foresee themselves in the future.
Communication.
Like, do you want to grow with a job? I mean, that's hard. That's a hard adjustment for me to deal with right now, and that we're talking a lot about is him having to be on his phone all the time and up at 2:30 in the morning and answering calls all morning long because he really does work 20 hours a day, and him not getting a full night's sleep or not being able to sit down with the family to have a meal because he's got to go outside on a phone call. This is what we wanted,
It's work.
but now it's an adjustment for me because
you.
I've had him for 22 years a certain way, and now I have to learn
It's another
Another-
stage.
another.
Well, with
yeah.
the next step that you're gonna take after district, will that calm down the phone calls, or is that just gonna be
No, it would calm down the phone.
It'll
okay?
calm
So
down.
that's
Probably more
what-
working from home too,
Okay, all right. So
Yeah, that'll be
you're just
fine.
trying to get to that next
or
stage.
just more than just in an office.
Oh,
We're
Okay.
just in a transition
Transition.
period right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the goal.
I've
So
only
you
been
you
doing
will
it for a
get him
year.
back. You'll get him back.
October 4th will be a year.
Okay.
And
What's your
so-
goal? 2 years and then the next step, or you're just trying to do it in that?
Well, within 2 years.
Okay. All
I
right.
became district manager in 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There you
So-
go.
Yes,
So
sir.
you'll get him back.
Yeah, man.
No problem.
Yeah.
I like that. I
It's-
like that
it's
because
just
even
a
now he's still
phase.
reaching. He's reaching.
Mhm.
further.
Yeah,
He's
it's
still
just a
going.
transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a transition.
But if more people talked about the kind of family they want, how they want to parent their children, how they want to educate their children, our goal was a family. And in that family, making sure that we provided everything that we could to our family. We always said there would be time for us.
Mhm.
Right.
And now that we're getting older, I'm feeling like maybe we should put a little bit more money into us and not so much the kids.
The
But
kids.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
they're around less now too.
Mhm.
There's many nights we're home by ourselves.
Mhm.
And listen, I'm not should we say this? I'm not the best parent. You know, she is.
I mean,
But,
from the outside in, it doesn't look that way.
No, I mean I'm just more. You know,
Support. Kinda.
I like to have a good time. You know, I just. I don't know.
That's the thing. You balance that because you know when
Yeah.
to
Yes.
relax. You know when to slow things down and like.
You guys ground each other.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why. Like,
And that's why I
see
love
the
it too,
dynamic,
because you
right.
guys, she says our goals, not my goal and your goal, our goal. So you guys are on the same page
Right,
when it
you're
comes
on
to
the same page.
like, you know what the game plan is, you know what the goal is, you know where you're heading, especially with your kids. Like, they all know what they want to do when
Yeah,
they
they're
get older.
concrete and
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they don't know, then they're figuring it out as they go along. So
Yep.
that's the amazing part. Like, you guys are literally the American family.
Yeah. This is the most healthy
Relationship.
I've
Yeah.
man, like this is
Fuck. Why can't I be born in your
That's what
time?
I'm saying, bro.
Shit.
I gotta deal with the internet and freaking OnlyFans girls. No, let
What did you say?
me stop. But
Oh,
yeah, man, it's just stuff like that, you
Well,
know.
at least it's girls.
Yeah, right, right.
Got him!
Bro, you hit two buttons at the same
Yeah,
time.
but it works.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
man. So before we like wrap things
Where
up
we at?
and everything,
We're at
1:16.
6:30.
Yeah, we gotta. My man said 1 hour, bro.
1 hour.
I
I
said,
said.
we ain't
It's
gonna
that
do-
football.
It's yeah. It's,
He's got to
it's-
drive
it's
an hour and a
football,
half
baby.
to, you know,
It's football.
God knows
Get-
where.
get out of
It's not
Lehigh.
even-
Get out of East LA. You know.
Is it really only 6:30?
What do you think it
It
was?
is. Yeah, you guys came early. You guys showed up.
Yeah,
early.
Yeah, I'm always punctual.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean,
I don't
hey,
mess
if you
around.
show up
Time's
at
going by
five. If
You're
you're
not
on
5
time,
minutes.
you're late. Yeah,
That's right. If you're not
Yeah.
5 minutes early, you're late.
You're late.
They told us 15.
Yeah.
No, well, maybe at Publix. I'm sour now.
Well, working is
man.
a pleasure.
But yeah. So before we sign off,
Yes.
is there
Words of wisdom.
words of wisdom that you have for the public, the general audience, something that you know keeps
Can
you pushing forward,
Resonate.
you know,
That can resonate with a lot of people
With
that
everyone.
that are either in your position or want to reach your goal or position or want to
or have been in a position
you've been into.
Stop buying things you don't need.
Amen.
There you go.
Hey man, stop wasting money. Inflation.
Yeah, goodness.
Inflation.
Go ahead, sir.
Inflation.
Get busy living.
Yes,
Get
sir.
busy dying.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I like that.
Yes,
I
sir.
like
We got
that.
one life, baby.
Yeah.
We got one life. Don't waste your time.
There you go.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah, thank you for gracing us with your presence. And I hope you guys
Absolutely,
can
I
come back,
appreciate
whether
you.
it be you and your daughter, or all kids, or just the kids.
We
or
should
just-
bring everybody.
yeah. Just bring the whole family. What-
That would
yeah.
be tremendous.
Yeah, we have a family reunion in here.
It's
All
really-
6.
It's gonna be a sauna in here, but you know, we're gonna have to turn on the lights.
We'll have a
but-
good time.
Yeah, we
It'll
will.
be
We
fun.
will.
It'll be
Plus,
fun.
we're, like I said, we're working on getting more mics too, so that
Yeah,
be
for
awesome.
sure. For sure.
But, yeah, definitely. I
Absolutely.
really appreciate you
Well,
guys.
thank you. I'd like
for
to
taking
thank
it.
everybody who made this possible today. My Lord Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Oh man, we're going to hell with gasoline draws.
Oh, we did.
I'd like to thank my mother,
Amen.
Like Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Like Jesus.
Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte. No, Toby.
Oh,
I'd like to
man.
thank Toby.
Did you
No.
watch the Emmy Awards the other night? Oh, that was a
We don't have
Oh,
TVs.
with Jimmy Kimmel?
no.
No, some other.
Keenan was hosting.
No.
No, 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 no. It was
Yeah.
Because I saw some shit happen with Jimmy Kimmel, where like he was just making a fool of himself on stage or some shit
This
like
was
that.
the Emmy Awards, the TV Awards, and there was some people on there, man. It was crazy.
Sheesh. It was just,
Will Smith should have came up there and knocked them all out.
bro. That's what I'm. Bro, let's make this interesting,
Oh
man.
my
Was
God,
were they
right?
just like spouting woke shit and stuff?
Yep.
That's what it
Gotta
sounds
love it.
like. Because that's literally what daytime television is now.
Joe Brandon.
Just a bunch of woke shit.
Yeah.
These are the days of my lives.
These are the date on God, bro.
Well, that's a wrap.
All right, my man. You want to sign us off, brother?
Thank you for joining us at the tabletop with our two special guests, Tom and Michelle. I appreciate you guys for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you want to catch us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. And if you want to take a look at our ugly mugs on I can't say
Say
that.
who
about-
me?
If you want to look at our ugly mugs, you can find us on YouTube on Wednesdays and Fridays. Tabletop Topics, one word, and we also have our Clips channel, Triple T Clips, so you guys can look at the short view of it, so you don't have to sit down for like 2 hours and watch us
That's bad.
just banter on. And we also post clips on TikTok, so you guys can also check us
sir.
on that too. So
Like, subscribe,
Yep.
follow,
and
share.
he's following me on TikTok too.
Alright,
So
nice.
so he's checking out those clips.
Nice.
But
You got TikTok? We'll tag you in it, bro.
yeah, we'll tag you in the TikTok and the clips that we pull up from
Tag
the
me,
video.
baby.
Oh yeah, oh we definitely will, especially the part where we're just nonstop smashing. But thank you for joining us at the tabletop. You guys,
Clip it and ship
clip
it.
it and ship it.
Clip it and ship
You guys
it.
have a good
Quill.
day.
Aquel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sponsor.
Our sponsor, Aquel.
Our sponsor today is by Aquel Waters. You can find it at Save a Lot.
At Save a Lot.
$2, a 24 pack.
Oh man, 30%.
I can't even end this.
It's the reclaim water.
I can't.
Oh my God. You guys have a good day, night, evening, weekend.
And we'll catch you next
And we'll
time.
catch you.